Hello and welcome to Learning Excel 2016. My name is Mike Henry and this is the fifth video from Chapter 1. In this video we're going to learn about copy and paste, we're going to learn about cut and paste or move. We're also going to take a look at AutoFill and Flash Fill to give you some good understanding of where these tools can be used. So we're going to take a look at a couple different concepts here. You can see that we're working with the sheet that we had before. We've got some names in here and we might decide that we want to use the copy and paste function here. So maybe we're going to add someone to the list here. So we'll add Gary to the list here, and you can see that I've added Gary to the list. Now Gary happens to be the same age as Mike, so instead of us actually retyping that, and it would probably be easier to do that, we're going to show a copy and paste. Obviously I would click on what I wanted here, so there's the age, and you guys have used this functionality before where you hit copy, and I can hit copy, and then I come down here and I can hit paste. And you'll notice that the ants are still running around the screen saying I can recopy that again. So if I were to put my pointer here and I hit paste, I'm still able to copy. If I wanted to do a block, I could highlight a block and I could hit paste, and you can see each cell would get that. Now to stop the copying piece from going, or these ants from running around the screen, I just hit the escape key. And you can see now if I click here and I hit paste, the paste key is no longer working. And you probably use this. I'm just going to click on here, I hit the delete key, and those all go away. Now I'm going to show you also that instead of me clicking here and doing the copy, I could have also done a control and the C key, and you can see control C turns that into a copy. And if I'm right there, I can do control and the letter V as in Victor, and you can see that that also pastes. If I go over here and do control V, you can see where those keep pasting in. So those allow us to do a copy and paste through either keyboard strokes or the mouse. Now I'm going to undo those two, and there's a functionality right up here. You can see the undo, and I can just hit undo and you can see that one disappears. I hit undo again and you can see where that one disappears. So now what I'm going to show you is a move. I'm going to show you a move. I might not want Gary in this list. He was supposed to be somewhere else in the list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move him. Now you could move him using this methodology here. We could do a cut, and then maybe I wanted him down on row 13. I would do a paste here, and you can see that Gary has moved with a quick cut and paste. If I do an undo, you can see he goes right back up there. I could have also done this through keyboard strokes. The keyboard stroke for a cut is Control X, and then for a paste is Control V, and you can see that I've moved him through a cut and paste using the keyboard strokes. Now with Excel, I'm going to show you one other way. Instead of me hitting this undo button, you can see right there where it says Control Z, I can do a Control Z and I can put him right back there. Now here's another way we can move that you don't get this in Word and some other programs. Notice that when I bring my pointer onto the active cell, I get these arrows going right, left, and up and down. I can grab now and I can move this to here, or I could move this over here. So the move button, or the move with the mouse is something. I can actually take a whole block. Let's say I wanted to take this whole block and move this block down a ways. So I could move that block, then I could take the Gary and move that on top there, and maybe if I wanted the whole block again to be moved. You can see where move becomes a function that's really useful. So now we've looked at copy and paste, we've looked at cut and paste, we've looked at a move, which allows us to move here. I want to show you AutoFill. AutoFill allows me to do some really nice features here. So I can see that Jim is in Topsfield. If I take this block here, and you'll notice I'll put my pointer right down here on the active cell, right on that corner, and I click down and I pull down, you can see this copies all those tops fields down. Okay, if I did this with the Jim bridge, it would bring Jim's down. I could have also, quick undo here, undo. I could have highlighted all three of these and I could have brought them down simultaneously, and you can see that I end up with things here. Now I want you to notice that the numbers did change. The numbers are changing. They're adding 1 to this. So there's a real nice thing with AutoFill is that if it can find a pattern to it, it will try to change and go with the pattern. So let's take a look at that. We have Sunday here. Sunday is part of the weeks of part of the days of a week. So when I pull that down, you can see it sees the pattern and it says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You'll notice that these two are representing months of the year. I'm going to do them simultaneously so you can see AutoFill also can be done on 2 different columns. So it recognizes the patterns and it does this. Now notice when I grab this 1, I've got a 1 here and I pull it down, I get a whole bunch of 1s. So what I do here is I put a 1 and a 2, I highlight both of those, and it'll say I recognize there's a pattern between these, and it increases every time by 1. Over here I might put 1 and then 54, and what it says is I recognize a pattern between these two and I'm going to honor that pattern and keep it going. So this is AutoFill. AutoFill is an extremely useful feature. We're going to use this a lot when it comes to formulas later on, and you'll get to see that. Now there is another feature called FlashFill. This is new to 2013 and 2016, but it's important to understand it. What you're seeing here is 2 different columns with names and with last names. So in this cell right here, I'm going to put in here the last name, I'll put a comma, and then I'm going to put in the first name, because maybe that's how I'd like to see it grouped together. Now as I start into the next one, I type in here L, and it says I recognize that you're trying to do a pattern, and it says if you hit enter right now, I'll fill the pattern in for you. And so you can see that each person's last name gets a comma, a space, and then the first name. So it recognizes this. Now this is called FlashFill. FlashFill is a one-time good deal, because if I come over here and I say I'd like to change this, instead of Jim, he likes to be called James, you notice it didn't change over here. Okay, and if I add a new person, okay, maybe I'm going to add in Megan Jones. Whoops, Jones. If I can spell Jones, I'll add in Megan Jones here, and you notice it doesn't automatically put in Megan Jones here. So what I can do is I come back here, I delete this out, and I come in here and I show them the same pattern that I want again. And this time it redoes it, and this time I have the James, I have the Megan. So a flash fill is a one-time good deal, but you have the ability to delete everything out and do it again. It's just not going to auto-change as you add more names. So in this video we looked at some concepts here. We looked at copy and paste, where you're taking something and making an exact copy of it. We looked at cut and paste, or move, where we're taking something from one place and putting it in another. And then we looked at an autofill and a flash fill. The autofill recognized a pattern and helped us with that pattern. If there was no pattern, it just took whatever we did and we got an exact copy of it. Flash fill, we found out, was a one-time good deal, and it would take and it would merge things. We could actually merge 3 or 4 cells together using flash fill. But again, it's a one-time good deal when we do that.